This, combined with the prescription drugs that she was taking, saw Beth's life spiral out of control. The mood swings, the drink, the combination of the prescription drugs. Beth still wrote numerous songs. And one of the songs I'm going to feature is the LA song. And if you listen to the lyrics, it's Beth's own reflection of that time that she was going through when her sister Sharon died. Her parents were divorced. And she had continual mood swings. And she was on medication for that. The thing is, at the time, Beth didn't know that her mood swings were a condition, and that condition was bipolar. Bipolar was something that was not really termed, not really known about, and it took many years of out-of-control drinking and drugs before that diagnosis was made to stabilize the condition Beth was in. But whilst she was in that condition of depression and drink was taking over, the LA song reflects the time of life that was Beth Hart at that time.
She hangs around the boulevard. She's a local girl with local scars. She got home late, she got home late. She drank so hard the bottle ached. And she tried and she tried and she tried and she tried, but nothing's clear in a bar full of lies. So she takes and she takes, she takes and she takes. She understands when she gives it away. She says, man, I gotta get out of this town. Man, I gotta get out of this pain. Man, I gotta get out of this town, out of this town, out of she know heaven don't want her anyway. She left a note right by the phone. Don't leave a message, cause this ain't no home. And she cried and she cried and she cried and she cried. She cried so long her tears ran dry. Then she laughed and she laughed. She laughed and she laughed, cause she knew she was never coming back. She said, man, I'm gonna get out of this town. Man, I'm gonna get out of this pain. Man, I'm gonna get out of this town, and out of LA. It's all she loves, it's all she hates, it's all too much for her to take. She can't be sure just where it ends or where the good life begins. So she took a train to a little old town without a name. She met a man, he took her in, but fed her all the same bullshit again. Cause he lied and he lied and he lied and he lied. He lied like a salesman selling flies. So she screamed and she screamed and she screamed and she screamed. It's a different place but the same old thing. It's all I love, it's all I hate, it's all too much for me to take. I can't be sure where it begins or if the good life lies within. So she said, man, I gotta get out of this town. Yeah, now I gotta get back on that train. Man, I gotta get out of this town. I'm out of my pain, so I'm going back to LA. Back to LA. Back to LA. I'm going back to LA.
Wow. Beth's hard life is reflected in that song a lot. I mean, you can really see that Beth is reflecting the character that she was. As she told me in the interview a couple of years ago, she said to me, I became, because of my condition, all skin and bones. And there was an occasion that Beth told me during one of the answers that she was shaking in convulsions so much that the person who sat upon her, she ended up falling in love, and because he helped her, and became her husband. Beth has been through an awful lot in life, but she still pens and pens lyrical, many beautiful lyrical songs. And it wasn't until the next video that Beth came on stage and turned things around. She got the diagnosis. It was bipolar. It stabilized the condition. Her drinking was down. And on came Beth Hart in front of President Obama and Michelle and blew them away with this song, I'd Rather Go Blind. And it was from this poignant moment of this song that Beth's life turned around. And I'll tell you after this what occurred that made things even more positive in Beth's life. Stay tuned. And let's hear the song that turned everything around for this woman.
Beth Hart and Jeff Beck.
Something told me that it was over, baby. When I saw you and that girl, and you was talking, something deep down in my soul said, go on and cry, girl. When I saw you and that same person and you was walking by, and I'd rather, baby, be a blind girl, baby, than to see you walk away from me, baby. Don't leave me, I don't want to see you go. Your warm embrace, your warm embrace. When I looked down in the glass that I held to my lips, and I saw the reflection of the tears rolling down my face, that's when I knew I loved you and I couldn't do without you, and I'd rather be a blind girl, baby, baby. Go on and cry, girl. When I saw you and that same person in yours walking by, and I'd rather go blind, I'd rather go blind, I'd rather go blind than to see you walk away. Don't walk away, 'cause I'd rather go blind.
No, Beth, thank you, because even though Buddy was up there absolutely in awe of what you were doing, the once woman that was had certainly become, at that moment, the queen of blues rock music. She really turned it around, and you can see in the first video to that, health-wise, how she looked. She got the condition controlled, she fell in love, she made an impression on the president of the country and the wife, and everybody stood to applaud her. Would she carry on to greater things? Yes, indeed she would. Because it's that performance, and a performance like that, that makes somebody, with the faith they have inside, turn things around. And Beth inspired millions and millions of fans to do the same with their own lives. The impact of that moment, from everybody talking about what Beth was, to, oh my God, this is what she's become, changed so many people. It inspired a new generation of loyal fans for Beth. And from that, you know, Beth was asked, after the whole thing was finished, Beth was pulled aside and said, Beth, we'd like to write songs with you, more positive, to show the new lease of life that you have, this new Beth. And Beth told me in the interview, it was so alien to her to write anything that was positive and joyous. It was such a feeling that it was still alien to her, even though she was enjoying the moment, enjoying what was happening and the changes in her life, that she didn't know how she could accomplish this. But she did, and out of 40 songs, 12 were chosen to be the album that is Seesaw. And if you haven't got this in your collection, everybody, after this video, I don't know what would inspire you, not inspire you to buy it. You need to be inspired. Seesaw is a wonderful, wonderful, uplifting moment of joyness for a woman that just penned from the heart, as you can see in LA's song, all about depravity and what was going on and the spiral down of her life. And she chose 12 songs. I wonder where the other songs went to, actually. Imagine 40 songs, and she picked 12. And Seesaw became the hit that it was. Beth's seen her life go forward, so much so that the last video I'm going to play, No Place Like Home, for me, and people say, what got Beth through it? And I said, in the interview, Beth talked about the two people that got through everything to get it to the place, we're going to say No Place Like Home, is her mother, Etta James' music. But now I want to say in this video that it's her music that's getting people through an awful lot of troubles in their life. And during these pandemic times, when you listen to what Beth's gone through and the lyrics, it really is inspirational stuff, everybody. And it really lifts you and goes down deep inside to feed your soul. So do check out Beth Hart if you're new to her music. Now, I want to finish on actually a few things. To write songs, as we said, of joy was so alien to me. It took me out of my comfort zone, as she said. And those 12 and the Seesaw album came out of that. My summary of this star is, from those dark times when the drink and prescription drugs nearly took Beth to a skeletal figure in a downward spiral of depression, Beth managed to find a diagnosis, get married, write a joyous album, uplifting songs, to be Grammy nominated, and since I did the interview, win as well. Beth has soared to the top of her game again, and whereas musically once Beth was inspired by the likes of Etta James I just mentioned, she's now become an inspiration to those millions of fans that follow her. As Beth said, once you are forced to face your fears, you're just around the corner to happiness. And Beth, we wish you nothing but happiness. You've been through enough. And because of Beth's faith, writing ability, Beth now experiences that happiness like never before. From her first love of the piano at the age of 4, to a natural ability to express her feelings like songs like Ellie's song we played, and to stun a president and his wife. Music has saved Beth's life. And her creative and wonderfully penned heartfelt songs has breathed life back into all those that hear her music. And Beth, You always say there's no place like home, and we're going to finish on that song, because you've taken a lot of people through this journey and brought them home. So thank you. Thank you for listening. If you like the video, please hit the subscribe button, notification bell. I hope you check out my other videos, and thank you for the music, Beth.
It's been a long time on the road without a soul to call my own. I'm tired of talking to the cars. I miss the flowers in the yard. There's no place like home. No place like home. There's no place I'd rather be than home. I'm gonna move out of the street, stack some stones, maybe grow some wheat, build a fire for a little heat, and have Stella curl up at my feet. There's no place like home. No place like home. There's no place I'd rather be than home. I'm gonna hang up some pretty things from my suitcase full of dreams. Maybe a letter or an old postcard, or that paper star stole from a jar. There's no place like home. No place like home. There's no place I'd rather be than home. The sweetest words I ever heard is welcome home. And it's been there's a place that's meant for us, full of faith, hope, love and trust. I keep trudging up the road, but someday I'll be going home. There's no place like home. No place like home. There's no place I'd rather be than home. There's no place I'd rather be